Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Manus O'Toole here. You may remember me from Manus O'Toole and his Imperial Tibetan Yak show, featuring my trained yak, Clark. And on the rare occasion that Clark goes missing, some of you may have seen me juggling flaming battle axes and the like. Well, since we're in a plague, I'm staying indoors. And Clark can't even fit through my door, so I can't have him with me here. He is out there, though. But the other thing is, I'm not going to be juggling flaming battle axes in my own house because those of you who have seen that particular show know that I'm not very good at it. So I'm not going to do it indoors. What I've done instead, though, is I've started a business that I'd like to share with you. And that is the respectable and noble business of creating and selling snake oil. Now, I'm not one of those scam artists that claim that snake oil is a cure-all, confusing crowds with all sorts of fast talk and lies. But I will tell you that the magic contained in this snake oil is powerful, potent, and impressive. Now I'm going to share with you the snakes that I derive this snake oil from, and we're going to talk about what each oil does. Now when you see these snakes, I don't want anyone passing out or soiling themselves because, well, frankly, that is bad for business. Now I want to first address a nasty rumor that's been going around about me via word of mouth and several warning posters about town. And that is that some people have claimed that when I drink my own snake oil, there's a strong smell of corn whiskey. But when people have bought snake oil from me, it smells of human urine. And that is categorically false. You know, when you're buying snake oil, you're getting different ones from different snakes, so they're going to smell like different things. And there certainly isn't any that smells like human urine. I can't imagine that. But I'll give you an example. I have a vial of my own snake oil. They come in vials just like this. And this is one that I've prepared for myself. And really, this smells like nothing. It's nothing. I don't smell anything in that. It's like water. Right. I'll take it right now. You can watch me. Nothing. Just like water. Just like water, that is. Oh, that's nice. That's a good snake oil too. Now, before I show you the first snake, I want to just say that many people ask me where I got my snakes from. And I will tell you that they were not stolen, for one thing. And they were procured honestly, bought and paid for from I don't want to say wizard because that sounds unbelievable. We'll say warlock. From a warlock that had several magical snakes that produced snake oil. And I didn't have enough money to buy them, but I had a little bit of money. And what I did is I insisted that he let me handle these deadly snakes. And when he saw how well I handled them and how they just took to me, he sold them to me for a very small amount of money, and I appreciate that. And I don't want to hear anything about this zoo a couple towns down that's now missing their reptile collection, because that is disrespectful, and it implies that I had something to do with that theft. And as many of you know, I hardly steal anything anymore, so we can squash that rumor right now. Now, the first snake that I'd like to show you is one that I call Molly Malone. She is an orange-crested pit viper, and she is deadly. One strike from this snake will render a man paralyzed, and then she'll proceed to eat the man whole. She is a dangerous, dangerous snake, and I have to keep my wits about me whenever I'm handling her. She produces an oil that is fantastic. It alleviates all your aches and pains, but it also alleviates any socially awkward moments that you might have. Maybe you're at the store and the clerk tells you, enjoy your purchase, and you respond with, you too. It'll relieve that. You won't say that anymore. How about this one that I'm sure everybody has? You walk into a group of your closest friends and everybody stops talking and stares at their shoes. That won't happen anymore with this snake oil. How about this one? You're in the middle of giving some sort of public address and it's shut down by the police showing up and wanting to question you about some theft that's happened in town. Any awkward situation that you might be in won't happen anymore with snake oil from Molly Malone. Now this one is my largest of snakes, but that's not what's intimidating about her. This is Damara, and she is an electric toothless mountain serpent. Now, you're not too worried about her bite because she doesn't have any teeth. That's not the problem. It's the electric shock that she gives. One electric shock will produce more electricity than has ever been invented. It will kill you and your wife. So that's why I'm not married, is because for protection, just in case, because you never know. She likes me now, but she could change her attitude at any time. Now, the oil that she produces is worth the risk. All right? It will alleviate all your aches and pains, but also it manifests anything you desire. Just one thing. Any wish you want, it'll manifest. All right? Now, it might take some time, or it could happen right away. You never know. I mean, let's try it. We'll give it a try. I have a vial of her snake oil right here, and I'll just take the whole thing. Again, this is a mild flavor, a sweet. Oh, that's nice. It's a sweet flavor snake oil. Definitely does not smell or taste like human urine. Okay, that's ridiculous. And it's for sure not whiskey either. Just a mild flavor. It's lovely. A lovely mild flavor. I will wish for, let's say, just something small. Just a small, sort of silly looking plant, maybe. Right? So we'll just wait. Jiminy Christmas, look at this. It just appeared. And it's exactly what I was asking for. It's a small, sort of silly looking plant. Look at that. It just showed up right there. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. I thought we'd have to wait here for a while. Maybe days even. That's really impressive. Good girl. Really, really nice. Well done. So this, again, is the electric toothless mountain serpent. And you definitely don't want a shock from this one. But you do want her snake oil, so put your orders in. Now, the next snake that I have to show you is very magical. She is incredible. Her name is Lydia Dietz, and she is a northern musk cobra, a magical one, obviously. Just look at those markings. That is the marking of a fine musk cobra. Now, if you'll notice, as you're looking at her markings, she does have, let's turn her on this side right here. She does have some ghost faces on her side, and that has to do with what she'll do for you. We'll talk about that in a moment. She has one mustachioed gentleman there as well. Now, what she does is alleviates all your aches and pains, but also she'll protect you from the paranormal. Do you have a grandmother that died of being possessed by demons and you're worried about that? This snake oil from this girl will help with that. You won't be possessed by demons. Are you plagued by ghosts and poltergeists in your house? Snake oil from this girl will help with that. Now, she'll also help with creepy mustachioed gentlemen like this. Men that have just a mustache without a beard. I don't trust them, and you shouldn't either. And she'll keep them away. The oil from her keeps them away. Now, this makes me very nervous right here. She's coming right towards my face because one bite from Lydia Dietz, I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard that people will burst immediately into flames. See, she doesn't bite to feed. She bites for the enjoyment of it. And fortunately, she loves me and she trusts me, so she won't bite me. Oh, now that was a yawn right there. That means that she's getting ready to make some oil. And that oil is going to come right out. What she does is she yawns, and then the oil starts spewing right out. So what I'm going to do is collect a little bit more. I have some right there. I'm trying to fill this bottle up, and this will be for sale. but she's in less than 5 minutes. She'll be spewing snake oil from that mouth right there. That's how that's done. She is dangerous, obviously, and I warn people when they're coming around that I don't want anyone to get hurt. So if you're, I don't know, let's say an investigator that's investigating some local theft or something like that, and you're just trying to question me about something, you may not want to, because it might just not be worth the risk. I would like to protect you, but sometimes these are magical snakes. There's not much that I can do, you know, if she wants to bite someone and make them immediately burst into flames. The next snake that I'm going to show you is the Asian yellow-backed house viper. Now this, before we get into this, I just want to say one thing. You know, those of you who are used to coming to my shows know that when I'm performing with Clark, it's very dangerous for me, especially the bit where I have Clark walk over me several times. I lay on the ground and he walks over me. I could be trampled. He could misstep and crush my skull. And if that happens, you know to find a doctor, right? And in the rare case that Clark doesn't show up for a show, and you've seen me juggling battle axes, you know that if I slice my arm open or I set myself on fire, you'll find help for me, right? Now with these very dangerous snakes, if I get bit by one of them, there's no way to send for help. I'm by myself. So I would just ask that if I get bit by one of these snakes, I'd surely die. And maybe just stop watching at that point, you know, because it's embarrassing. As I die, you don't need to watch that. This is the Asian yellow-backed house viper. And they are known to wipe out entire villages. What this animal can do is really dangerous. One bite from them causes their victim to lose all sense of fear and danger. And what usually happens is the victim wanders out into the jungle or the forest right outside their village and goes and gets bit by some other kind of snake and dies from that. So like I said, one snake can wipe out an entire village that way. It's really dangerous. He's coming straight for my face right now, and I don't like that at all. I really have to watch him. He and I have a relationship, but it's a snake, so that relationship could change at any time. Look at this strike position. It could happen at any time. You see me wandering out there, fooling around with other dangerous snakes outside, you'll know I've been bit by this guy. This animal, by the way, I just call the detective inspector. That's how I refer to him, and I think he's calming down, fortunately. So snake oil from him is lovely. It is not for the ladies. It is for the gentlemen, if you know what I mean. And because of some of the more delicate sensibilities of the ladies out there, I'm not going to describe exactly what it does, but I will say this. Gentlemen, you want this. You understand what I mean, right? That you want this? Right, okay. This actually, the snake oil from the detective inspector here is usually purchased by women to give as a gift to their husbands or to secretly slip to their husbands. Either way is fine. I'll sell it to whoever. I'm just saying, women, you don't want to take this. Trust me, unless you're interested in growing a very large. I'm sorry, I won't give details because, again, I respect the female gender and don't want to speak out of turn. I'm not sure what to do here. Again, if you see me dying, just shut it down. Just shut it down. But I'm not sure. He's crawled up under my beard, and I'm not sure what he plans on doing there. At this point, I just sort of need to stay still and hope for the best. Now this snake right here, obviously, is an Atlantic water-spitting eel snake. And very common, I'm sure you know about them. But this snake lives most of its life underwater. It doesn't have gills and does need to breathe air. It comes up for air only once a year on April 22nd, and that is when the children collect them. And because they can spit water so far, children like to have water fights with them until the snake runs out of water sometime around mid-March. Now, obviously, this is a completely harmless snake and poses no danger to anyone most of the time, except this particular specimen, because she is magical. She is very powerful and has the ability to immediately make her victims regret their life choices and feel a deep sense of shame. She does it to me all the time. She doesn't even have to bite you to do it. Now, the nice thing is that I've lived almost my entire adult life with a deep sense of shame already, so I'm almost immune to her powers. Let me get her around here. I want you to be able to see she's very lovely. Oh, she just got me. She just got me. I think she's mad. I'm okay though. It's all right. It's not that bad. Oh, she's going to check out my hat. Oh, let's let her check out my hat while I talk. So her snake oil is very powerful. What her snake oil does is it alleviates all your aches and pains, but it also will cure you of any type of addiction that you might have. Drugs, alcohol, food, anything. I don't know why anyone would want to stop drinking alcohol full stop. But I tell you what, I myself have struggled with a food addiction in the past, and I took her snake oil a few months ago, and I'm no longer morbidly obese. So that's basically, so that is what that is. Oh, she loves my hat. I hope she doesn't destroy it. I'm going to just sort of let her. This is the only snake, by the way, that I own that can't kill you immediately. And so I really appreciate that. It's just the shame and the hat destruction. Really, the hat destruction is as dangerous as she is to me, if you think about it. I mean, look at it. It's like a natural snakeskin hat band. Now, I would never have a actual snakeskin hat band because I don't believe in that. But if the snake's going to be alive and strapped around your hat, it looks fantastic, I think. Oh, I wish I had a party to go to. This would be great. The final snake in the group here to show you is the Himalayan death rattle anaconda. Now this is Lucille, and as a Himalayan anaconda, she is white, obviously to blend in with the snow. And this snake, one bite, you don't want to be bit by this one. One bite causes instant frostbite and death, obviously. But not only that, but this particular snake then has the ability to steal your soul. I've had to develop a good relationship with her because I don't want my soul stolen. Now what happens here, she's done it once. She's done it to one man. And the reason that I know that is every time she steals a soul, the man's face shows up on her back. So she has one. If she stole another one, that face would show up on her back. And another one, a third face, would show up on her back. This one is sort of a pained, sort of sarcastic smile. So she doesn't want to do it regularly because as she collects faces, it blots out the white. The white makes her difficult to see in the snow, and the faces sort of ruin that. So whoever this man was, obviously deserved it. She produces a lovely snake oil. Her oil creates a field around you of protection. No physical harm will come to you. No harm of any kind will come to you. You can't be apprehended by thugs or by the authorities for that matter. That's why I haven't been arrested. I mean, I haven't done anything to be arrested for. And that's why I haven't been arrested. There's no reason for me to be arrested anyway. This has caused an awkward moment for me. Which I have snake oil for that. And it caused an awkward moment for me because that is the only snake oil that I haven't taken. Is that snake oil. So I will take that. And then I won't have awkward moments like this anymore. Why did you let me say that? Now let's just talk about price for a minute. A lot of people want to know, how much are these snake oils? They are a great deal. I'll tell you, for what you get, it's a fantastic deal. Now what I'd like you to do is, if you're interested in one of my fine snake oils, you come to me and tell me how much you have to spend, and I'll let you know what you can afford based on that. And if any time at all, you're not happy with your purchase, you just wait a little bit of time and you'll be happier. I think really time does a lot for making you sort of not regret purchases as much. You're gonna really get a lot out of these snake oils. Like I said, I'm a terrible salesman. I'm not a fast talker. I'm not a liar. I'm a yak trainer. So I'm not, if you'd like to buy some snake oil, let me know what you have, and I'll strike a deal. I'm not smart enough to give myself a good deal. So you're going to be the one coming out on top on this one. All right, I have to put these dangerous creatures away at this point before they kill me. And I appreciate you all watching my pitch, and I hope that you all contact me immediately for snake oils. And if you wanted to learn more about these lovely snakes, sort of different information about them, you can go on to the YouTube on the worldwide internets and look up green room pythons. And you'll find out all about these from a gentleman who looks a lot like me but doesn't dress nearly as well. Thanks for watching.